Thank you very much, Tanya. This was very well played. I also heard you yesterday on this same stage, and I liked it. I think, always the beginning of the sonata is a problem for me because I hear it played always in this way where every note is individualized. And I think that the theme should just be the quarter notes that have the stem upwards, and they are, there is just 2 notes per bar that are thematic. The rest is just atmosphere and harmony. And I don't think it should be rhythmically defined. Ya-tam, ti-tam, ta-tam, ti-tam. But everybody plays it like that, and I don't see on the score why. Would you like to try this voicing? Just connect the long notes and try to be very quiet and very soft. Precise, yes, but... No, too much B. One more time. Right, the voicing is right, but now you have to connect them and phrase them. So the first G sharp goes to the B. No, not the second one. If you do it twice, then it's just not very musical. Very good. Now, keep going, and this adagio espressivo. Beethoven was very meticulous about all the dynamic markings. There's so many, packed, concentrated in each bar. And we need to respect them. At the same time, we also need to look at the bigger picture. This is what easily happens. We get caught up in the details, and then the larger phrase it escapes us a little bit. So even as you play these 16th notes, try to keep in mind they're not individualized and they're not accented, each of them. There's a crescendo, but you have also to give it direction, go to the... So that's where you need to go. Can you try and phrase it a little bit more? Can I stop you for a second? I still feel that every note is accented. You do the dynamics, but without pounding on every note. Much better. All of these fortes, it's very important to have intensity, but again, maybe not every note the same. Just shape them a little bit, or give it somewhat some sort of nuance that so that they don't sound like individualized, every notes of the arpeggios. And the other thing, the first forte maybe just intense, the second one louder, but again, not harsh, because of the direction that the music is taking. Can we do from here? Same voicing in the left hand now. Okay. When you play this. Just voicing like at the beginning and connecting and phrasing a little bit more. And then play this. I mean, you can do better with the voicing here by practicing it a little bit more. But I think then when the right hand comes in, you can give it a little bit more sound and direction. This is very intimate and dolce. Here, it's more assertive when the right hand comes in. One more time from the left hand. Entrance. And I think even here, you've reached a climax, and it's very powerful. But even here, the main theme should come out more. So everything is louder, but those notes are louder and louder than the rest. Can you try? Okay, and this is pretty much a repetition of what we have been talking about so far. I wanted to ask you to show me a little bit more the difference between the 32nd notes and the 16ths. So, do you mind playing maybe from here? Or from the beginning of the... Piano diminuendo. No bumps. Right, because before they were practically the same. If you include the ritardando you did here and then the start of the triplets, the double triplets from the sextuplets, it was absolutely the same. So just keep that in mind. Oh, and then one last thing about the first movement. When you play these chords, I think there is two different kinds of piano here. This piano is the intimate, dolce, sweet sound that we've been hearing, and this is a little bit more intense, and it's like a chorale. In other words, I don't think you should be afraid of weighing it a little bit more and digging down a little bit more. Always voicing the top line, but all of the parts, very rich sound, very warm. And we try maybe to get into it from somewhat before, whatever you want. These chords. Especially now. Use your body to go in. Intense, still intense. And now intimate, different, lighter. Use left pedal here. And then you lift it as you crescendo. Right, so just to broaden a little bit the dynamic difference and the quality of the sound itself. So after the chords that are a little bit weigh a little more, then this intimate sound, you can use the left pedal from the start because it's not outwardly lyrical, it's very intimate. The second movement, again, you played it very well, but I think it was maybe a little tad too fast. It was overall, I mean, it has way fewer things. I have fewer things to say than on the first movement. Just maybe not so fast. It needs to be powerful and energetic, and it is prestissimo, so for sure it's not a slow movement. But give yourself some time to have a more sculpted sound, and so if you rush too much, then you don't have that time. And also, sometimes it can feel that it's a little bit too jolly when you play it so fast. And I think the character of this is inner strength that radiates forward and through, so you can perceive it, but not necessarily just breakneck speed. So that, and then when you have this crescendo here, I think the last note should be included in the crescendo, and it's the loudest. And then you can even take some time before dropping down to piano. Do you want to try that? Maybe from here. That's it, and both times, because usually you diminuendo at the last note before the piano, and that's still forte. This fermata here, maybe not so long. I think it needs to be organic to the context, so maybe if you add one extra bar is fine, but you add at least 3 or 4 more bars. Yeah. And yeah, that's, you know, the general feel of not rushing and just agitato, so moving, you know, and sometimes short of breath, but not rushed. And then when you play, especially where it can become, where I feel it can become too fast, is where is the dim pam 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 bi da di da da da. I would sort of not pull it back, but just not let it run out of, you know, control. Just hold it and think about power and the surge of that scale in the left hand rather than just going fast. That's it. So congratulations and good luck.